What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Only the New York Jets can ruin breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they successfully completed that today as they fell to 0-6 to the Denver Broncos in London in a game where we saw historically bad offense. And that's saying a lot, because think about what we've seen as a Jet fan over the years. You know, the Zach Wilsons, the Trevor Siemian, Luke Falk, Bryce Petty, all these guys. And games where you had, 45 yards of passing or 85. Well, you had -10 net passing yards today and 82 yards of total offense. You had 45 passing yards. You had as many completions as you had sacks. Think about that. And this is supposed to be progress. We're supposed to be improving here. You had a quarterback that should have been benched at halftime, but they trotted him back out there anyway. You have a head coach talking about accountability and has absolutely none of it on the sideline. This is a complete mess. The Justin Fields experience needs to end, and it needs to end immediately. The Jets, for whatever reason, are stubbornly trotting him out there, whether it's because they're embarrassed about, moving on from Aaron Rodgers while he's playing well and Fields is still here. They're embarrassed about the contract they gave him. They're embarrassed about having no other answers. Whatever it is, it's not working. And the thing is, the players right now know Justin Fields is not playing winning football. You cannot look them in the eyes and say he gives us the best chance to win, because he doesn't. But for whatever reason, this is the path they're going. I don't understand their loyalty to him, because he wasn't a top 5 pick. It's not like they drafted this kid, have all these, all these draft assets, like this draft asset involved in him. No, it's a bad free agent signing. He's a backup quarterback at best, and that's what it is. Could be a nice guy. He's not the proper leader. He's not the right fit for this team right now. You can't win with him. He has to go to the bench. So you look at this game and how it plays out, and the defense, to their credit, played very well. They completely bounced back. There was a players-only meeting. It looked like it really resonated with them. Jermaine Johnson was back, very explosive. Sherwood played well. Brownlee probably showed you more in the slot than Michael Carter's shown you all year. They had some pop. They had some fire. They did well. The Broncos helped them out with some timely penalties and some questionable play calling on their own. The game was there to be had. Special teams, much improved. And Wanwu, I always say his name wrong. He came back. It was less penalties. Special teams was good. Defense was good. The offense was horrific. And now the question you have is it Fields? Is it Engstrand? Is it both? We don't even know what we have on offense. A part of you wonders, what is Engstrand with a better quarterback? And how do you even find that better quarterback? And the one thing I already hate about Aaron Glenn, he always talks about, in Detroit we did this. Let's be honest. You weren't the head coach in Detroit. Don't act like these are all your accomplishments in Detroit. You're talking about what other people accomplished. Just like he says, I talked to Jimmy Johnson and Tony Dungy. Okay, they're established head coaches who actually won in the NFL. It doesn't matter a conversation. If I speak to Bill Parcells, I'm not a better coach. No, I talk to Bill Parcells. At some point, it's not about what you've talked to. It's about what you're doing now, and what you're doing now is losing. You have a losing mindset. And it got further exemplified by his game management. The game management before halftime today was dreadful. Dreadful. And you looked at, they got the ball 3 minutes left. They had no sense of urgency. They ran the ball like 6 times, which is ridiculous. And then they closed out the half by just sitting on the ball and not even running a play. It was 4th and 1. Instead of taking a shot downfield, what you do is you bring the clock down to 4 or 5 seconds, you snap the ball, take a deep shot. You either get a pass interference or maybe a touchdown. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being aggressive? But he's like, no, we didn't want to give, this is his mindset. We didn't want to give the ball back to them because what are you, scared of your defense? We get it back in the second half. That's a losing mindset. Then you look at the second half even more, where they had a 4th and 1 situation. They panicked, they called timeout, and then they punted. That's the things we talk about with Todd Bowles. As a first-time head coach, you understand it, but these are real-time decisions. And then when you hear him talk about it, try to explain it, he talks himself into circles. Not good, man. Not good. And now you genuinely don't know. There's really not much to embrace here, and you really wonder about the future of this organization. Because Fields isn't the answer. You got to find a quarterback. And how do you handle it going forward? To me, the only answer is Tyrod Taylor. Oh, I understand he's old. He gets hurt. It's about the best chance to win, man. And Tyrod Taylor gives you that. That's just a fact. And if he can't play Brady Cook. I don't care about Justin Fields' ego. I don't care about his character. I don't care about whatever else. If it's truly about winning, then that's what you have to do. And you make the move. Or you bring him back next week on a very short leash where it's like he comes out where he's throwing passes that are getting his wide receivers hurt. Then he has to come out. Think about what Justin Fields is currently doing right now. He drops back to pass. He holds onto the ball forever, putting pressure on the offensive line. If he does throw it, it's inaccurate. And now he's getting receivers hurt by throwing these errant passes. And the easy pass is not easy. I still don't understand why Tanner Engstrand won't use screen passes, use quick slant, the quick passing game to build up his confidence to get the offense rolling. I'm honestly starting to think that they think he can't consistently make these throws. Similar to Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson can do the short passes either. And that's where we're at. So if your quarterback is hindering your offense, don't play that quarterback. That's it. These answers are simple. I don't need to talk to Tony Dungy about that. It's pretty obvious. You have every analyst all across the NFL saying the same goddamn thing, but Aaron Glenn thinks he's the smartest man in the room, and that we're all wrong. Come on, man. So the Jets are a mess. They're completely irrelevant. We're going to be talking draft. But now, to me, look at bigger picture, and you got to truly wonder, what is Aaron Glenn as a head coach? Because the mistakes he's making now are just unacceptable, and even for a first-time head coach. Because as a guy trying to talk about changing things, he's not. It's actually getting worse in many aspects. One good defensive performance doesn't mean they've arrived. You've got to see a lot more of it, but it's not good. And you risk losing the locker room. And then you have guys where, you're going to have guys that are going to want out of here. Like the trade deadline, the Jets could be sellers. They could be. But do you have faith in Muji and Glenn and getting the right guys in there and coaching this new regime up? The new staff, the new personnel up? Oh, man. I thought we were at rock bottom, and the Jets found a way to get even worse. And that's saying a lot when it comes to this team. So thank you guys for watching the streams today and everything else, and I'll talk to you later.